This is Newsbeat from OU Daily. I'm Megan Pratt. Here are your weekly headlines. OU is underway conducting its interviews for the open Dean of Gaylord College position. The second candidate, David Perlmutter, former dean and current professor at Texas Tech University's College of Media and Communication, illustrated his vision and plans for Gaylord College to students, faculty, and staff last Thursday. While Perlmutter has extensive experience in academia, holding a doctorate from the University of Minnesota Twin Cities, he lacks significant experience in professional media spaces. He cited some experience with photography and a recurrent column he writes for the Chronicle of Higher Education. On Monday, the third candidate, Emily Metzgar, director of Kent State University's School of Media and Journalism, detailed a three-pronged vision for Gaylord College, which includes recruiting high-achieving students to the college for a scholars program, creating partnerships to invest and support local newsrooms, and investing in cutting-edge technology for students to collaborate inside and outside the college. The fourth Gaylord Dean candidate, Andrea Miller, was at OU from Monday to Wednesday, and the fifth candidate, Avery Holton, will be on campus after spring break from March 24th through the 26th. Last Thursday, over 150 students gathered in the Oklahoma Memorial Union food court to participate in separate pro-Palestine and pro-Israel protests. On Monday, the Student Coalition for Palestinian Liberation, or SCPL, announced they would host a sit-in protest of the war in Gaza. SCPL's demands for the university included the release of a statement condemning the crimes against Palestinians, halting study abroad trips to Israel, and cutting ties with partner universities there, and providing free mental health support for Palestinian students, faculty, and staff from specialized Arab health care providers. 2 days before the sit-in, OU professor Gary Barksdale, faculty advisor of the OU College Republicans, sent a mass email crafted by OU College Republicans chairman Anthony DiUlio, advertising a pro-Israel counter-protest to take place at the same time and place as the pro-Palestine sit-in. Demonstrators at the protest held signs, chanted, and sang protest songs. The OU Regents met Tuesday to discuss housing and food rate increases and the appointment of new leadership. The OU Board of Regents approved increases to its housing and food rates for the 2024-2025 academic year. The agenda outlined a $230 increase to OU's standard meal plan, raising it to $3,075. Housing rates in Walker and Couch Towers will be increased by between $110 to $175, depending on the type of room. Headington Hall room rates will rise between $320 to $467. Cross Village will see increases between $335 to $480. Residential colleges will see increases between $110 to $440, and the David L. Boren Hall will see increases between $90 to $130. Finally, Tradition Square East and Tradition Square West rates will increase by $510 to $630. The board also appointed Eric Stevenson as its new chair and Anita Holloway as its new vice chair. Last Saturday, OU Dance Marathon raised over $200,000 for the Children's Health Foundation. To see our photos of the event, visit oudaily.com. Moving to the city, the Norman City Council discussed the design of a nature park at its special meeting on March 5th. Council heard a presentation for a nature park by Planning Design Group Principal Jeffrey Evans and Parks and Recreation Director Jason Olson. The park would be located at Alameda Street and South Carter Avenue, just west of the Alameda Church of Christ. According to the presentation, it would cost $1.2 million. If approved, the park should open in late spring or early summer. Norman has seen an increasing number of closures for longtime local businesses, including the restaurant and bar Penny Hill Deli and 405 Burger Bar on West Main Street. Other closures include the chicken restaurant Nashbird and Campus Corner's Hertz Donuts. Suzette Grillat, the owner of Equity Brewing Company, which announced its plans for closing in February, said there is a unique social importance local businesses bring to communities. Here's Grillat emphasizing the importance of eating local.
I think people should care about local business because it's their partners. They're people in the community, people that, live, work, visit that community.
To read more, visit oudaily.com. In state news, on March 5th, the Oklahoma Senate passed Senate Bill 1854, which would criminalize unauthorized camping on state-owned property. Those found camping may be subjected to a fine up to $50 or up to 15 days in jail, or both. Critics of the bill in Norman believe it would exacerbate homelessness and the problems of those facing homelessness. Here is Steve Ellis, OU professor of philosophy and Norman Caravan's board member, speaking about the impacts involuntary displacement can have on people experiencing homelessness.
They lose most of their worldly possessions. So unhoused people are just kind of in this terrible situation where there's no place for them to be. And every time they get moved out of one place, they've got to go to a new place and reestablish everything.
SB 1854 has been sent to the Oklahoma House of Representatives. If passed by the House and signed into law by Governor Kevin Stitt, it would take effect on November 1st. Let's look at the Daily's calendar for coming events this week. On Friday, watch the OU softball team play Texas Tech in Lubbock. Also on Friday, watch OU baseball play TCU in Fort Worth. Check the calendar tab on our website, which features campus, city, and statewide news. Thanks for listening to the Newsbeat from OU Daily. This is the Daily's weekly news podcast. New episodes of Newsbeat will air every Thursday. In between episodes, keep up with us throughout the week on Facebook at OU Daily and Instagram and Threads at the OU Daily. Sports fans, be sure to check out the OU Daily Sports Podcast for the latest in sports and commentary. If you want to read more about the stories you heard on this podcast, you can find those and more online at oudaily.com. My name is Megan Pratt. I'm a news reporter here at the Daily. We'll be taking a break next week for spring break, but we'll be back on March 28th. Thanks for sticking with us, and we hope everyone has a restful break.